Now this weekend the Formula 1 2023 season draws to a close at Abu Dhabi. Now during the years you may have noticed Abu Dhabi has a lot of extra tarmac and different layout options. So today we are going to explore those and see what's possible. Now as you guys know, in 2021 this track had a pretty big reconfiguration, essentially simplifying the layout, making it faster. But if you guys have noticed, there's still lots of other possibilities and different layouts already available on the track. So today we're going to find out some of those options. Now guys, before we jump into this video, leave a like if you're going to enjoy, and crucially, please subscribe. We're less than 300 subs away from 100k. So if you want to help me get there guys, if you're new, you want to see more Assetto Corsa content during the off season, let me know, but please subscribe, it would massively help me out. Now before we jump into the test, there is one version of this track layout which is not going to be possible out of the many I'm going to show you, as there is a limitation in Assetto Corsa itself. So as we leave the pits, there is a unique layout which I wanted to try with extreme elevation change, but we cannot test it, which is this one here. So as you go to the left, you're going to hit this invisible barrier and come to a shunt, but basically it goes straight down and rejoins onto the back straight, so essentially a shortcut. Now with that said, we have a few options and they're all mostly in the first sector, like here on the left. Of course we're going to also revisit the old layout chicane before turn 5, and then also once we get through the hairpin there's a few other options in the back straight, including on the left right here we have a bit of an infield section, also a possible little chicane right here which we can also test out, and we can also split the track into two short circuit variants. The first one is into the back straight chicane. So right here we would take a left turn and that would join onto the last part of the track, and then we have another one which is on the left here and it rejoins onto this straight, which is the back straight, which is going to be the first of the variants we're going to test. So let's line her up and let's go for it. So first off, we're going to go with the short versions. There's two versions. This is number one. So this is essentially the fast side of the circuit. So let's get into it. Let's get the revs on the go. On the way. So the first corner is going to be the long left at the end of the circuit. Of course, you'd arrive with a lot more speed, carry momentum on the straight, then you kick out onto the triple rights, which feed into the hotel section. You have to deal with this mechanical section grip, of course, very low grip, especially right now on these cold tyres. You're going to feed the car through, of course, and then as you approach what will be the penultimate corner, you want to straight line it and hit the brakes and take the chicane and rejoin onto the back straight, thus completing the first of the short laps. Very, very quick. Now that was option number one. We're now going to go to option number two, which is going to be the second variant of the short track layout. So away we go on the pit straight, and now we get to tackle the traditional turn one. Easy does it. We're making our way flat out, of course, through turn 2 and turn 3. There's a few variables here. We could take some of these chicanes if you guys want to add these in, but we're going to do the simple version just for now, which is essentially a very high speed, version of a short circuit with a few slow corners. Through the hairpin, you would then open the DRS, and this would be the main straight for the overtakes. This is where the action would happen. And then you want to get ready for the heavy braking zone. Brake at the 100. Give or take. Keep it in third, and then stay tight to open up this little cut through, which rejoins onto the final corner as we run it out of track limits. And across the line, it would be about 50 seconds, give or take. So those are the short circuits. Now personally, I think if I were to choose this short circuit, the one we've just done, I would add the old chicane into the variant layout. I think this would add an extra couple of corners and a bit more of a challenge, also a slower exit onto the back straight, so this would give possibly better and more overtaking. But now it's time for the full entire circuit variants, which there's one which I think I'm going to like, which is this one right now, a lot more, and the next one might be a bit more chaotic. So let's get into it. Option C is going to be a full circuit variant. Now we know the second part of the lap is pretty much the same. The variables are in the first half of the lap. So away we go. as we head down the turn 1, let's try and keep this nice and clean and run at a decent pace. We're essentially going to throw in some fast chicanes, or medium speed chicanes. So the first one is on the exit of turn 3 straight away, after improving my line through there. Down to the hairpin. Let's try and get the exit. And then we have another chicane down this straight. Got to try and spot it. And that it is right there. So I've missed my turn off. Let's do that again. I think I can do a better job and get it cleaner. So, we know turn 1, no surprises of course. 4th gear, carry the speed. I want to see if I can get a bit of a better line. So open up this a bit more to get a bit tighter through here. And then that would set up the chicane, which is a bit of a blind entry. You can actually go pretty quick through there. There's quite a bit of grip. That's actually pretty nice. Into the hairpin we go. Now power back down on the exit. And now we open the DRS and wait for the chicane, which is right here. There it is. 4th gear. A little bit wide there. Use the extra curb on the right, that's what it's there for. Reopen the DRS. And now we can continue with the traditional Abu Dhabi lap, if we can keep it together and make no mistakes. So onto the back straight we go. DRS will open again after that first part of the lap with lots of chicanes. And now you'd hopefully see some decent racing down to what would be like turn 14 if you added in those extra chicanes, or turn 15, give or take. Power up. Keep it clean as we now head into sector 3. Approaching the hotel. Now you've got to use the mechanical grip, so after having a fairly quick medium to high speed lap, you then have to kind of dial it back and tone it down as we head to the very tricky final sector. And now into the final couple of corners here to close out the lap. A bit wide there for the final one, but up to the line we go. And that would be option C with a respectably clean lap. Now, last but not least is going to be the chicanes edition of Abu Dhabi. Essentially, no rules. Option D is going to be crazy and putting in as many corners, chicanes, stops, interruptions as possible. So, let's get to it. Rev up. And away we go. So, this is going to be an eye ache, a bit of an eyesore visually. So, through turn 1 we go. Hold it together. Turn 2, flat. We're going to take this wider line again through 3, which allows us to tuck into the first chicane. There we go, keeping it nice and tidy. Then straight line the exit, and then back into the old chicane layout. Take the hairpin, tuck in, and then a short squirt at the power as we now head into this very tricky chicane on the back straight. 90 degree left and right, which brings us to a right left to rejoin. And then back on the power, DRS briefly, and then we send it back into the chicane in the back straight, the second one. DRS open again, and now we brake into the chicane in the back straight. So stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, essentially so far. And now we get to stretch our legs. DRS open all the way down the back stretch. Take a breather after that intense first part of the lap. Making our way through the long left. Use all the curve on the exit. And now just hold it together through the hotel section. A lot more corners on this lap. I'm not sure exactly how many, I'd love to do the math, but maybe 25, 30 corners, give or take. Up against the wall. Nice and tidy. Final couple of corners. Steady on the final one. Power down. Up to the line. And there's your lot. So, 4 options. Which one is your favourite? Let me know in the comments down below. But now I'm going to show you my personal favourite around here. So, let's get into it. you go. That's my favourite, the current version. I really enjoy Abu Dhabi to drive. I think it's a really fun circuit, and the changes they made, I think, made the track really, really good and really complete. I do miss the old version in some ways, but this is a lot better. It just flows, makes it a really fast circuit, really fun circuit, and I really enjoy it. But guys, again, tell me your thoughts down below. If you guys want to check out the circuit or the car, check the links down below, guys, as always, for Assetto Corsa videos and content. And yeah, like I said before, we're so close now to 100,000 subs. If you want to help me get there, please subscribe, like the video, let's try and smash over 1,000 likes, and also give me a prediction, who's going to be on pole and who's going to win the race this weekend. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Anyway, that's going to be it from me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you want to see this with maybe other circuits that are on the kind that have the option of other layouts available to them next season. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. As always, a big shout out to the members for supporting. Check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already, and yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and that's goodbye from me.